Welcome back, TW fans. Thomas here, bringing you another episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. We got a ton of cool stuff to talk about today, some interesting stuff like this new one here from ZMan, so make sure you stick through all the way to the end. Drop us some comments, let us know what you like best. We're gonna jump right in, as I usually do, with a new rod. We got a new rod series from 6 Sense. This is the 6 Sense movement series of casting rods. So really cool series of casting rods aimed specifically at your moving baits, your spinner baits, your bladed baits, your jerk baits, your crank baits, any of those reaction baits, that's what these are made for. It's really nice. They got 24-ton Japanese carbon blanks on them. Lightweight, highly responsive, but they all come with a moderate bend to it, so you're just gonna get a really parabolic bend out of these things. It's just gonna help, you know, with those moving baits, keep the fish pinned really well. They're not gonna be able to throw those treble hooks. You're gonna get more fish back to the boat with this series of rods. On top of that nice blank, you got some American Tackle semi-micro guides. Now, I'm not a huge fan of micro guides, but these semi-micro guides, they seem to kind of hit a sweet spot. I use a lot of connection knots, you know, braid to fluorocarbon, occasionally braid to mono on some of my top waters. So I like it when they do, you know, the semi-micro guides, because you're gonna get a little less vibration out of your line, so longer, smoother, more quiet cast with that micro guide size, but it's not too small to interfere with those connection knots. So you're still able to send those knots through these guides really, really well. As we work our way down here, you have an open style teardrop keeper system, great for those treble hooks. It's gonna accommodate just about anything. And then a nice custom reel seat here that has a lot of blank exposure. So you're still gonna feel a lot of that grass as you're ripping your square bill over it, or maybe you're running your lipless blade bait through it. You know, you're gonna feel all those grass, you know, kind of feel the bottoms as you're ticking along with your crankbait. And then back here, we have a custom molded EVA handle. You know, full handle, I like that. Kind of has a bulbous end at the butt end section here, and then again kind of flares out once you get towards the reel seat. So just really, really comfortable. That EVA grip is great for all weather, you know, whether it's springtime, you're getting some sudden squalls, or it's the dog days of summer, you got sweaty palms. You're just able to keep a really sure grip with these handles. I like the EVA more and more. I've always been more of a traditional cork guy. I'm glad that they did the full grip on this one as well. I really do like full grips, but this is a really nice, comfortable, all over rod. Lightweight, great for any of those reaction baits. So if you're looking for a new moving bait rod, check out that new movement series from 6 Sense. All right, let's take a look at some new reels for it. We got a new one from Penn. Penn trying to reestablish itself as the king of the spinning reels. We have the Penn Authority spinning reel. So this is gonna be Penn's new flagship spinning reel. This thing is gonna come in right around 500 bucks, but you're getting a lot for that money. So you have a full metal frame, full metal body, full metal side plates. So really, really durable. And that body, the spool and the body, all of it is IPX8 sealed. So you're gonna get no water intrusion in this one. It's gonna make it perfect for salt and freshwater. So whether you're going out for some of those bigger, you know, near shore or inshore species, or you're chasing, you know, some trophy bass or pike, whatever the case may be in the freshwater, this thing will have your back. So I'm holding the 3500 series here. It comes with 30 pounds of max drag. So I'm serious, you can tame some big fish with this thing. The smaller series, the 2500, I believe comes with a 20-pound max drag, which is still plenty of drag out of a spinning reel. So you're just gonna get a lot of high power performance out of this thing. 13 bearing system, so not only is it gonna be strong, rigid, durable, but it's gonna be really smooth as well. Nice and reliable. So you're gonna just enjoy casting this thing from sun up to sundown. Comes with a few accessories. You get a nice neoprene case on this one, and then it also, so you have this kind of metal handle or knob on this. It comes with an EVA as well. So if you prefer a softer EVA handle, it's gonna come with that right in the box. So you can swap it out with whatever one you're more comfortable with. So killer new premium reel from Penn. Definitely want to check that one out. All right, let's take a look at some eyewear. We got some new ones from Bajio. So Bajio, we started carrying these guys right after ICAST this year. They actually, one of their shades won one of the best to show 2022. So we got some killer new shades from Bajio. In my hand, I have the Vega here, and then we also have the Roca. So they all come in this nice, it's actually cactus leather case. So that's kind of one of their themes with these things. They are really environmentally friendly. I mean, we're all outdoorsmen, outdoorswomen, so it is important to keep the environment in our mind so that we can still be fishing and teaching our kids how to fish for generations to come. And I think Bajio is doing a great job with that. So they have the cactus leather case. The frames on these are actually a bio-based nylon frame. So again, they're just kind of doing their part to ensure the longevity of our sport and take care of the environment. Now the meat and potatoes of these things, the lenses, killer lenses. So they use their lapis technology to cut out a ton of blue light and most of the intensity, some of that yellow light. So you're gonna get really great clarity out of these things. So whether you're sight fishing or, you know, just kind of in some multi-variable light conditions, whether it's sunny, it's shady. They got a lens for just about everything, and they are really premium. So they have scratch-resistant coatings and oleolithic coatings on this one, so it's gonna kind of resist smudging, stains, and of course scratch, just like in the name. On the nose frame here, we got some rubber nose pads, as well as on the temple rubber pads there as well. So, you know, maybe you're leaning over the rails to haul that fish over, or culling a fish in your live well. You know, these things aren't gonna slide off your head. So really nice premium shades. They all come with these cases. Just really cool ones if you're looking for a clear view, sight fishing, whatever the case may be. Bajio's got the shades for you, both men and women, so make sure you check them out on tacklewarehouse.com. We have a ton of new ones. All right, let's get back to baits here. We got this new one, this interesting one that I kind of talked about at the beginning here from ZMan. We have the ZMan Hellraizer. So a pretty unique new topwater bait. I mean, fishing has been around for a long time. Topwater has been around for a long time. It can be kind of challenging to innovate in this industry. ZMan's doing their best here with the Hellraizer. I haven't had a chance to use one of these yet. If you guys have already put this thing to work on the water, let us know in the comments. Is this thing working really well for you? Are you catching giants on it? Let us know. We want to hear about it. Now, I have done some research on this thing, watched a ton of videos. I'm intrigued by the noise. This thing puts off a really interesting, unique acoustic layer to this one. So I think it's really gonna call some of those fish up from deeper, and it's just different. I mean, the fish haven't seen something like this before, so it's gonna sit kind of how I'm holding it now, tail end in the water, thanks to this weighted blade on the back. But that nose is just gonna kind of work along the surface like this as you're burning it along. And again, you know, it's got those rattles in it, and it just has kind of with that blade and the hooks and everything going on, it has just a different, unique sound. Speaking of the hooks, premium hooks on the front and the back, you got a nice tied feather treble on there. So you're just getting great hardware right out of the box, which is always nice that you don't have to swap the hardware out immediately. Paint jobs, killer on these things. You know, you have kind of a cool 3D scale pattern on this one that's gonna grab, throw a ton of light. So if you're dealing with those kind of bluebird skies, it's just gonna really shower the light well and bring that kind of visual appeal to it as well. So an interesting, new, unique, new topwater lure from ZMan. You're definitely gonna wanna check that one out. You know, fall, especially on the West Coast, you know, some of the places on the East Coast, some of those warmer climates, topwater can be killer in the fall, so make sure you grab some of these before that topwater bite kicks off again. All right, so we got some new plastics, this time from Perfection Lures. These are all designed by David Dudley, designed and tested on tour by 4-time Angler of the Year winner David Dudley, so you know these things are gonna be good. So we have a couple of really easy, convenient options that we'll go over, and then just some standard worms as well. So this is the Wacky Rig Kit. So in the packaging here, you're gonna come with multiple worms that are pre-rigged with the O-ring, and you'll have one hook with it as well. So you're gonna get a ton of action out of these worms. We also sell the worms individually here. This is the Perfection Lures Wacky Worms, same as in the packaging. So you're gonna get, you can see right here, this bounce, you're gonna get a ton of action out of these things, whether you're really just letting it slowly fall through the water column as it's just kind of wiggling back and forth, or if you're hopping this thing along on the bottom, it's just a cool finesse technique that's gonna get you a ton of bites. So we got a great color selection in these worms. They all have nice scent. And then we also have that pre-rigged packaging that I just showed you a second ago. I like these pre-rigged packagings for a lot of things. Maybe you're a first-time angler yourself. Maybe you're taking your kid out, or you're showing your buddy how to fish. It's really, really easy for that. You know, they don't have to worry about rigging the thing up right. It's just gonna come out of the package perfect, just like the pre-rigged Ned kit here. But more so than that, maybe you're a tournament guy and you just don't wanna waste time, you know, rigging something on the water when that, you know, money's on the line, that check is on the line. It's nice to have something pre-rigged. You're just ready to always cast and blast. All right, so for this one, like I just mentioned, this is the pre-rigged Ned kit. So it's gonna come with a ton of these little Ned worms, and then 3 of them pre-rigged in the package. I like these worms a lot. You can kind of see they have a flat body to them, so they almost glide on the fall. So something a little bit different than your more standard style stick Ned baits. So you're just gonna get a little bit different action look to them on the fall or the hop as you're hopping them along the bottom, dragging them along the bottom. Kind of a bulbous tail here that's gonna quiver, shimmy, shake, you know, really call those fish in from a long way, and then just a really nice sticky sharp jig head, kind of that flat but a little bit of conical shape on the bottom, so it'll still kind of stay upright, but it's gonna give you a little bit of that rock, a little bit of extra motion to it as you're dragging it along the bottom. Rounding out Perfection's new pre-rigged kits, we have their pre-rigged Nico Kit as well. So again, just kind of like the Wacky Kit that we were looking at earlier here, this is gonna come with some worms in there that are gonna be pre-rigged with the O-ring and a 1/8 ounce head on them, and you're gonna come with one hook. So in the packaging, you're gonna have one with the hook in it, already ready to go, but all of them are gonna have that O-ring and the head on there. So it's just gonna be super quick and easy. You're always gonna be able to have this thing ready to go, send it another cast out. So as these fish are tearing up your worms, you know, you're culling them, you know, you're always gonna have one ready to go. So just super, super convenient. Again, nice supple worm, so you're gonna get a ton of action out of it, great scent to it, and the Nico rig is just a fantastic way to target some of those more lethargic or finicky fish. All right, we got a new terminal piece. This time from Poor Boy, we have the Poor Boy Pro model tube head. So this one, it even has in the name, tapered name. It's a really, really aggressively tapered design, slender, so you can get kind of a smaller profile on here. So it's actually made to pair with Poor Boy's tubes, excuse me, but you can use any of your favorite tubes on here, of course. Got a nice sticky sharp 90-degree angle hook on here, perfect for tube fishing, of course. And then you have that elongated tube weight system in there. So this thing, whatever column of the, if you're fishing on the bottom, you're fishing mid-water, wherever you're at in this thing, it's gonna keep it oriented perfectly, and you have a ton of different weight sizes to choose from, so you're able to cover that entire water column, accurately. So again, razor sharp hook on there, gonna be able to button up any of those smallmouth, and then that head design, it is slender, so it's great for going into some of those more finesse, smaller profile tubes, but it really deflects and kind of erratically works off rocks if you're fishing this thing on the bottom well. So it's gonna call in those monster smallmouth with a little added action to it. Largemouth as well as, of course, with the tubes, but stereotypically you can get some killer smallmouth bites with the tube. So definitely check out this new tube head. Speaking of smallmouth not only love tubes, but they love scent as well. So we got a new whole scent series from JBs Fish Sauce. So again, not only just for smallmouth, for any fish, freshwater, saltwater, smallmouth, largemouth, muskies, whatever you're chasing, these scents will work. We got a few different options you can choose from as far as the scent is concerned, and a few different application options you can choose from. So this is the first scent on the market that is hand blended, hand poured, and hand packaged. It sounds smelly, but that's great for us because this thing really does call those fish in really well, and it's made from all natural ingredients. So it's one of the most realistic smells you can get on the market. So I have the mist in my hand here. They also have a gel option and then more of this kind of tacky option on here as well. So a bunch of different scent options to choose from, a few different application options to choose from, and just a really, it lasts a long time. It's gonna give you a great big scent field, expand your strike zone, call those fish in, get them to hang on longer, everything that a good scent should do. Definitely want to check out the whole new lineup from JB's Fish Sauce. Check them out on tacklewarehouse.com. Last product I want to talk to you about, a cool accessory from SeaClear. We have the SeaClear Power Trolling Motor Wire Harness. So this thing is meant to pair with your trolling motor specifically. I don't know if you guys have heard of SeaClear before. If not, you definitely need to check them out because this thing is premium. Anytime you guys have, you're really expensive, you're investing a lot of money in your graphs, in this case in your trolling motor, whatever the case may be, you don't want it to fail due to poor wiring or poor hardware on here. Well, SeaClear's got you covered with some really nice thick gauge premium wire. So if you're ever experiencing any kind of interference when you hit the pedal on your trolling motor and you see kind of that blur on your graph, well, no more with this stuff. This is also going to expand kind of the efficiency of your batteries as well, because that thicker gauge wire is just going to make your trolling motor a little bit more efficient. So if you kind of feel like, I don't know, your trolling motor's dying sooner than it should, that's going to help prevent that. So just a really nice way when you're investing that much money, that much time, that much resources into your accessories, your graphs, your trolling motor, you want to make sure you back it up with some good hardware that's not going to let you down when you're on the water or when that tournament check is on the line. So make sure to check that out as well. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. As always, thank you for tuning in. And as always, to learn more about these products, where to shop for them, make sure to click the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And let me know in the comments, what of these are you most excited about? Are you excited to try out the new flagship Penn spinning reel? Is it the ZMan Hellraizer? Have you already tried it? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. All right, we'll see y'all next week.